welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today we're going to be doing a small makeup collection and inventory. I'm really excited to count up what I have in my makeup collection, kind of reflect on what progress I've made this year. I do expect to be up in a couple of categories, but we will see. So I'm going to keep this intro pretty short and sweet, and let's go ahead and go over to see all the makeup. So this is my makeup setup. I have an everyday makeup basket these are the products that I am currently, using day to day. I've got project pan items in here, and I rotate this, whenever I feel like it. I don't have a set schedule. And then this little organizer is from Amazon, and it holds the rest of my makeup. I really have enjoyed this. I've had it for a couple of years. I can try to link it. I don't know if it's still available. It has a drawer with 3 sections, and then it has kind of like 3 sections above. This wooden piece actually then goes into 4. So I've really enjoyed it. It fits what I need it to. I definitely have a smaller makeup collection. I used to have Alex drawers from IKEA with all of the stuff in it, and the last few years I've had a smaller collection and I've absolutely loved it. I still have variety, but I'm not drowning in makeup that will never get touched. So what I'm going to do is pull the makeup out by category. I'm going to lay it out here on the bench here, and we will take a count and look at everything that I own. Okay, these are the eyeshadows that I have. So I have 7 palettes. So I've got the Juvia's Place Nudes, the ABH Soft Glam 2. This is actually going to be leaving me at the end of the year. This has been my Pan That palette all year. I have the Natasha Denona Mini Retro. This is a ColourPop quad in the shade Sorbet. The Natasha Denona Glam palette, Lunar Beauty Prism palette, and the ABH Norvina palette. So those are my 7 palettes. I also have 25 single eyeshadows. This Z palette of eyeshadows is all ColourPop. Last year I had gone through my ColourPop palettes and popped out the shades that I wanted to keep, and they are now in this Z palette. So that's most of them. And then I also have these 2 Wet n Wild singles in the shade Brulee. I use that as kind of a setting shade every day. And then for cream shadows, I have 2, and these were the same 2 that I had last year. So comparing to last year, I have 2 cream shadows now. I had 2 last year. I didn't have any single shadows when I did this video last year. I hadn't done that kind of depotting yet. So my number was 0, and now it is 25. And for palettes, I had 7 last year, and I still have 7. They have kind of changed which ones are still here, but the number is the same. And these are all of the palettes opened up so we can see the shades together. I am definitely a neutral lover. I have also been leaning into kind of softer pinks and purples. This Lunar Beauty palette is new to me, and I absolutely love it. It is just the right tones. And yeah, I've really enjoyed working with these shades this year. Other eye products worth mentioning, I currently have 2 primers. They're both the Milani. I will be finishing this one up soon, so I have a backup. I have 2 mascaras, kind of the same thing. This is my current one, and this is a backup. And I have 2 brow products. How that compares to last year I had 1 primer, 1 mascara, and 2 brow products. So I'm up by 2 technically, but these ones in use will be finished up pretty quickly, so that'll even itself out. That is it for eyes. Let's move on to face next. So here is the first part of my face products. I will start here with primers. I have 3 primers. They are all the same, the Fenty Beauty Pro Matte. I love it. So I have 2 full size and 1 kind of mini that I use for travel. Last year I also had 3 primers. I have 1 concealer. This is from ColourPop. Last year I had 2 concealers. I have 2 kind of like liquid foundation type products. These are the Fenty Ease Drops. I have grown quite fond of them. I don't wear a ton of liquid foundation, so I have 2. Last year I had 4. And then this is my powder foundation. I have two. Last year I also had two. This is what I wear day to day, is a powder foundation. So I'm happy to kind of put my energy there as opposed to the liquid. Moving down, then we have powder. So I include powders in palettes too. This is the Hourglass Barney's collection. And so there are two powders in here. So these two plus these singles make 6 powders. Some are pressed, obviously, and I've got 2 loose powders. In comparison, last year I had 4 powders, so I'm up by 2 with 6 now. And then for setting spray, I currently have 3. They're all from Milani. This one is the Make It Last Matte. I'm honestly not that impressed. So I have purchased as backup, this is the one I'm trying to finish up, the Make It Last Original. I got a 2-pack. So I have 3. Last year I had 1 setting spray. All right, here are the colored cheek products. As you can see, I have 2 Hourglass palettes. So I, again, count each type of product in its respective category. So if we start with bronzer, I have 1 bronzer in this palette as well as a single bronzer. So I've got 2 bronzers. Last year, I also had 2 bronzers. For blush, I have 1 in this palette, 2 here, and then I have 3 single blushes. So that makes for 6 total blushes. Last year I had 4, so I am up by 2, which makes sense because this is a new palette for me. And highlight, I have 1 in this palette, 1 in this palette. I've got this one, and then this is 2. This is from Fenty Beauty. It's a split pan. So I've got 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 highlighters. Last year I had 4. So I have gone up a little bit. I really, really love Hourglass. So I've got these 2 palettes, and I also have a single blush. I've used up a few of their single blushes before. I really enjoy their products. So I'm really happy with this collection, and it's not too overwhelming, but I do have a nice variety here. The last category of my makeup collection is lip products, and I have a total of 11 lip products, which is the same as last year, but the breakdown has changed. So for lipsticks, I have 9, and you can see I've got pairs here. So when I find a formula I like, I tend to buy, a couple of shades. So I've got the Tarte Maracuja lip, pen things. This one's in Hibiscus. This is in Rose Shimmer. And then I have 2 of these Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. This one is Icon Baby. This was my wedding lipstick. And then I also have Bitch Please, I think it's called, or Bitch Perfect, one of those 2. I also have 2 of these e.l.f. These are the Hydrating Core Lip Shines. They are so comfortable. So the darker shade is Happy, which is really just kind of a nude. And then I also have Joyful. I have 2 of the YSL lip shines, I think they're called. This came in a 2-pack gift set last year, so I don't know the exact numbers or anything, but again, a very kind of glossy, shiny lip product that's very comfortable. And then I have this mini Tom Ford lipstick. This is in the shade Casablanca. So those are the lipsticks. There's 9 of them. Last year I had 7. And I have 2 lip glosses. I've got the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. And then I have the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. And this is in the shade 012 Opal, and it's got a slight shimmer in it. So those are my 11 lip products. I'm super happy with them. I have learned I am not a matte lip product person. I like the slip on the lips, I like the moisture, and I like the shine. So that's what I go for when I'm wearing a colored lip product. This concludes my small makeup collection and inventory. In general, I am a little bit up compared to last year. However, I have changed. The biggest jump is with these single shadows. They were previously in palettes and I deconstructed them. So that was kind of a part of that jump. So for eyes, last year I had 13 products or packages, I guess, and now I have 40, again, because of the single shadows. For face, last year I had 26 items and now I have 30. And then for lips, I had 11 and I still have 11. So in general, I'm really happy with where I'm at. I feel like I get a lot of variety, but I still have a lot of, I don't know, control and management over my makeup collection. So I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'm already starting to think about what I might want to pan in the new year. So if you're interested in project panning related content, or just in general, use it up and using what you have, I would love if you'd consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.